Product provided by Wakefield Interactive and Whitethorn Digital. The following video is not a paid-for advertisement by Wakefield Interactive and Whitethorn Digital. The views in this video are mine and mine alone. Hey there guys, I'm back to another game review. Today I was provided code to look at Where the Bees Make Honey on Steam. So without further ado, let's dive into the review. According to their original Kickstarter page, Where the Bees Make Honey is an introspective narrative game starring a young girl named Sunny who is dressed as a bee. The game's premise is about reminiscing of one's childhood, reflecting on how Sunny used to dress up as a bee and the different points of her childhood. From watching the launch trailer, which is what you've been watching this entire time, the game's setup had me interested. It's all about remembering the good times when life was so simple. Instead of worrying about your college grades or maintaining your part-time job, this game wants you to focus on your life as a kid and letting your imagination run wild. From Sunny's point of view, her childhood wasn't all that spectacular, I guess. Yes, she used to wear this bee costume all the time, but other than that, Sunny's character is really generic, which makes following her childhood reflection less exciting. There are some pretty trippy and wild moments admittedly, but nothing that was mind-blowingly amazing. I'm guessing Sunny is a generic character to make her more relatable to the average player, working this 9-to-5 job day in and day out without taking a moment to reflect on how she even got there. The story and premise of the game is overall fine. I was just expecting more for a nostalgic run through memory lane. Gameplay-wise, the game is described as a puzzle adventure game. To its core, it's just that, a simple, not very challenging puzzle adventure game. The puzzle aspect of this game is about getting these 3 honeycombs in the level. You can shift the level in different directions, which in turn will move certain platforms as well. The puzzles are okay. I didn't really get stuck on any of these kinds of levels. The adventure aspect focuses on getting from point A to point B with some minimal platforming involved. You'll either be controlling a younger version of Sunny or a animal/object. The bunny level was honestly something else. The controls felt really stiff, which made platforming extremely hard. This was the only level/part of the game that felt difficult, but it was for all the wrong reasons. It's not an actual challenge within the game, but I'm being challenged by the limits of the game itself, if that makes any sense. The gameplay is supposed to complement the story bit, which is why the gameplay is very simplistic. The gameplay won't wow you in any capacity, but it will keep the game going. Presentation and performance-wise, the graphics are fine. Some parts of the game do look a little rough on the edges, but I'm not expecting Detroit Become Human here. I really loved the music choice for this game's soundtrack. I was digging pretty much every track that would come on throughout my playthrough. Performance-wise, on PC, it ran pretty well. No major frame dips or anything like that when playing the game on the correct settings. I only ran into one major bug when playing the game, which is within the final moments of the game, where you have to choose the final decision. And when I was using mouse and keyboard, which is what I was using throughout my entire playthrough, I couldn't choose the final choice. Like, I would click it and then the game would just, I don't know, bug out. It kind of just didn't work in a way. I had to plug in a Xbox controller to finish the game off, which is a bit odd. Overall, Where the Bees Make Honey is a fine game. Composed of a very small team of individuals, this game wants you to reflect on your life as a child and remember those times of simplicity. The story didn't do much for me, but I saw where the developers were going. Maybe if Sunny was a little bit more interesting, I would be down with this game's story. Because the gameplay is so simple and easy, I view it as a complimentary to the story. I just didn't like the bunny level because of its awkward platforming and stiff controls. Pushing the one bug I ran to aside, this game runs completely fine on the correct settings. If you've watched the trailer and like what you heard and saw, you should check this game out. Link in the description below to its Steam page. It is launching sometime next week on March 27th, and it's only $10. But after everything I've said in terms of the story and gameplay sort of rub you the wrong way, you can definitely skip out on this one. Personally, I feel like this game is targeting a very general audience, and not by general audience of gamers, but for normal everyday people. People who work a 9-to-5 job throughout the week and aren't really playing video games on their free time. If someone like that were to sit down and play this game for an hour, which is how long the game is, they would definitely get a kick out of this game. But for myself, who lives a very unique life in a way at the moment, I'm currently taking a year gap from college to pursue a pro gaming career, and I'm still very young I'm going to be turning 21 this November, which I still considered me to be pretty young. I didn't really need to take a moment to introspect myself. I already know what direction I want to go in life, and I have a plan B if all this pro gaming stuff doesn't work out. But if you're sitting here around my age, even older, and don't know what you want to do with your life, maybe this game can help you take a moment to reflect on your life so far. But yeah, that is my review of Where the Bees Make Honey. It's a fine game for what it's worth. It's just not a game I'm super crazy on. So yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, you can subscribe. I put new videos up on Saturdays. You can follow my social media accounts on Facebook and Twitter. Also, follow me on Twitch. I am trying to live stream more on there, so be sure to follow me on that website. Also, shout out to Wakefield Interactive and Whitethorn Digital once again for sending me code for this game. It was a pleasure to play this game and see exactly what it's all about. So yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers.